A KSL Sports Beat presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Presented by SportsMedUtah.com.
And hi there, everybody, and welcome to Game Night Live, presented by SportsMedUtah.com. Rod here, Jeremiah there. Week 8 of the high school football season in the books now.
Yeah, it was a great one. Playoff spots and region titles were on the line. We also had some wild comebacks to show you.
That we did. Let's begin Wednesday night. Riverton and Harriman on top of Region 4 with only one loss. First quarter, Harriman with the ball, but not for long. It's on the ground. Riverton's Ethan Keller scoops it up. 35-yard touchdown. It is 7-0 Silver Wolves. Still in the first, Connor Henderson looking, and finding Keaton Kimball, 9 yards, 14-0 Riverton. Harriman, though, will get moving in the second quarter. Cody Jarvis in for the 6-yard touchdown. And that cuts the lead to 14-7 at the half. To the third quarter we go. Brandon Farmer. What a huge night for Farmer, plowing the turf for 241 yards on the ground. That tied it at 14. Game tied at 17. Less than 2 minutes left to play. Silver Wolves going for the big play, but there's Cody Jarvis right there making the big play for the Mustangs. Picks off that pass, and that would lead to this. Colt Andelsek from 22 yards out to win it. He got it. Celebration. Harriman takes sole possession of first place in Region 4, a half game in front of Riverton. Corner Canyon, how about this? Could clinch a region title in their first year of existence with a win at home over Orem on Wednesday. Orem's Tucker Camp connecting with Nolan Gray. He's gone 62-yarder. And the Tigers jump out to an early 7-0 lead. The Chargers, they would have their turn coming back, though. Michael Ebeling getting out of trouble, finding Riley Ogden. And Ogden will finish this 24-yard touchdown right there. Orem led 14-7 at the break, though. Great defense all night long. Isaiah Frame just swallows up the quarterback and puts him to the turf. They also had 3 interceptions. Third quarter, Gray, another great play. Tremendous catch. Did he get in? Mr. Rep, did he get in? Yes, touchdown. There it is. Orem stuns Corner Canyon. 3 teams now. Orem, Corner Canyon, Olympus, all with 1 loss in Region 7.
Spectacular game in Camas last night. North Summit traveling to take on their rival, undefeated top-ranked South Summit in 2A. First quarter, first play from scrimmage. The Wildcats strike. Ty Jones. Colby Avert's open. He breaks a few tackles. 68 yards later, it's a touchdown. 7-0 South Summit. Next Wildcat drive inside the 5. Looks like they're about to go up 14-0. But wait, there's a fumble. And North Summit's Carson DeForest picks it up and takes off the other way. 95 yards for the fumble return. The game was tied at 14 at the half. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Wildcats trailing by 3. Not for long. Ty Jones on the keeper. South Summit takes a 24-20 lead. Now 30 seconds left. Same score. Ryan McMichael on 4th and inches. Powers his way into the end zone. The Braves are smelling upset. They lead 26-24. South Summit's final drive. Jones going downfield for Bracken Santos. He's got it. The Wildcats are in business. They're in Brave territory. It sets up a game-winning field goal try. 39 yards. It's blocked. North Summit. Wow, a big upset. They spoil South Summit's perfect season. They beat their rivals by 2.
Anytime you win, it's special, but to beat your rival and on their, in a great region game is, it's something you never forget.
Now a battle for first place in Region 2. Taylorsville and Hunter both 2-0. Early second quarter, Emilio Salvador for Taylorsville. Makes one juke, and he's gone 68 yards. Taylorsville up 14-0. Right before the half, Hunter tries to rally. McKay Medlinger, quarterback, lets it fly 55 yards. Nathan Nahi has it, and he scores 21-8 at the half. But it would be all Warriors in this one. Taylorsville, how about this? All alone in first place. First time in a long time.
All right, let's go to Jordan, the Bingham Miners and the Beat Diggers. Stanford head coach David Shaw on hand to watch the Miners tight end Dalton Schultz, but Jordan making the first threat. Osaka Fences, 22-yarder touchdown, 7-0 Beat Diggers. On the kickoff, though, of course, we don't show you kickoffs unless something spectacular happens, and that spectacular person would be Scott Nichols. All right, 90-yard touchdown return, and that ties it up at 7. But on the next drive, Jordan going to work. Defenses going deep. The ball is tipped, and nice pick there by Brendan Cosson. But tonight belonged to Scott Nichols. Last week, 214 yards rushing. Last night, 363 all-purpose yards and 5 touchdowns. That was a 13-yarder. In the third quarter, Nichols again. Jordan just can't bring him down. That's a 57-yarder right there. Miners blow this open in the second half, 48-27 over Jordan. Miners remain perfect. The battle for the North region in 3AA, Juan Diego at Stansbury. First drive for the Juan Diego Soaring Eagle. Jesse Springer springs loose, 55 yards, and he's going in for the 1-yard line. He'll punch it in on the next play. It's 7-0. Next time Juan Diego has the ball, Cole Nilsson to the sideline and into the end zone, 25 yards, 14-0 Juan Diego. Stansbury offense struggling, so the defense coming to the rescue. Landon Stice picks up the little screen pass, and there he goes, 35 yards. And he will be brought down. No, he won't. That's a touchdown. Soaring Eagles, though, would respond. Chase Williams. I see ya. It's now 20-6 in the second quarter. Stansbury would cut the lead to 2013, but that was as close as it would get. Juan Diego will pull away to clinch the 3AA North title, 37-16 over Stansbury. Staying in Tooele County, Morgan at Grantsville, two of the top teams in 3A North. Third quarter, Morgan up 3 when the defense would make a big play right here. Bridger Streetbeck picks off Nephi Moyano at the line, returns it to the 11. The Trojans would score on a 1-yard TD moments later. 17-7 Morgan late in the fourth. Same score. Morgan driving, trying to put this game away, but Ben Saunders picked off by Nick Arvin, so the Cowboys in business. They drive down the field. 43 seconds left on the clock. Moyano takes it in to cut the lead to 3. But that's where it would end as Morgan recovers the onside kick. That's your ball game. They escape Grantsville, 17-14 win and move to 4-0 in the 3A North. All right, well, last night our Game Night Live crew headed to Manti, the top spot in 3A South on the line. Both Manti and Juan Juab coming in 3-0. Region 5. Chopper 5 right there. That's Sam Penrod, the KSL newsman extraordinaire. 1991 graduate of Manti, bringing the game ball in. Then, as we witnessed live on KSL.com, a big-time shootout with a history-making performance.
It's time to put on the helmet for this week's Game of the Week. Brought to you by Gutter Helmet.
Beautiful night here in Manti.
Third play of the game for Manti. Cameron Fowles. Hey, get used to this. It is just the start of a record-setting night for him. And a minute and a half in, the Templars were up by 7. But
he's going deep to his receiver. It's caught.
It did not take long for Juab to even things up.
5, touchdown, Juab.
Nick Robbins, 48 yards to Diedrich Davidson, and we're all tied at 7. Just a couple of minutes into this thing. To the second quarter we go. It's more Cameron Fowles.
Fowles in for his second TD of the night.
14-7 Manti. Later in the second, here he comes again.
Fowles cuts it back, and Cameron Fowles has his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Cameron Fowles with 182 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half.
I don't know, our line, they were killing it. Our lead blockers, it was going our way.
He's going deep.
But in the final moments of the first half,
it's a foot race to the end zone.
That connection would cut the Manti lead to 28-13 at the break. Start of the third, the Wasps get closer.
It could have a touchdown.
Nick Robbins to Brandon Morgan, and just when it looked like Juab was going to take the momentum away, guess who?
Fowles again, another big chunky yardage for Cameron Fowles. Cameron Fowles racing to the end zone, got to beat Didrikson. Touchdown, Cameron Fowles.
But Juab was not done.
Got a man in the seam. This is going to be a touchdown. Another one to Diedrich Davidson.
Robbins and Davidson connect again to cut the lead to 7. But guess what happens next?
Cameron Fowles with his 5th touchdown of the night.
Cameron Fowles, 411 yards rushing, only the 4th player in state history to pass the 400-yard mark. Manti wins and takes sole possession of first place in the 3A South.
411 yards, 4th best in Utah State history.
The best I've got is 145. I was like, okay, it's just going to be another one of those games. When I hear it's like, holy crap, are you serious?
Yeah, holy crap, that was a good game. And we got another one right here. The wise philosopher Yogi Berra once said, "It ain't over till it's over." So true in the world of sports. There were a handful of teams this week that rallied from deficits to win. The most impressive took place in Utah County. Wednesday night, second half, Springville out to a 27-0 halftime lead off an interception. Salem Hills, they rally. Chad Peterson to Gunnar Gustin. It's a 28-yard touchdown that cuts the lead to 27-7. Later in the third, now 27-14. Peterson strikes again, finds Ammon Fafita. The Skyhawks are back in this one. Now down only 6. We go to the fourth quarter. Peterson hooks up with Gustin again. Is he in? The ref says no. Yes, he does. Salem's all the way back to take the lead. 28-27. Less than 5 to play. Peterson to Fafita again. Touchdown, but wait. This time the ref says no. He dropped it. He made the right call. Look, the ball hit the ground. So Springville gets the ball back with 3 minutes left, down by 1. Red Devils driving for their own comeback. Dylan Slavens is picked off by Jordan Taylor, and Taylor takes it all the way back. The Skyhawks' 35th straight point. They lead by 8. Springville still has time, though. 1.5 minutes left. Slavens goes for the big one, but Taylor's there again. 2 picks in less than 2 minutes. How about that? This one ices it for good. The Skyhawks, 35 unanswered in the second half for the huge comeback win. Now only a half game back of Tim Buford first in Region 8. Region 4, American Fork trying to stay in first place in the region. Lehigh fighting for a playoff spot. Cavemen off to a great start. Pressure forces Lehigh quarterback Derek Beeson out of the pocket. His pass is picked off by Nate Hunnick. That would set up a Cavemen touchdown. American Fork now with the double reverse flea flicker. Making this complicated, but it works.
Looks simple to me.
Until now. Oops. Lehigh forces the fumble. Lehigh trailed 14-3 in the third when they score 28 straight points. Caden Calton, another big night, 194 yards rushing, 2 scores. The Pioneers defense also came up with some big plays. Austin Wetzel goes up and comes down with the interception.
Our golf tip guy's kid.
He's everywhere. Lehigh continues to pound the rock. Big Derek Hastings is one of his 2 scores. Lehigh stuns American Fork to keep their playoff hopes alive.
All right, Jeremiah, Friday night featured a matchup between 2 of the top teams in 1A. Number 1, Duchesne, trying to extend their state record win streak to 42 games.
But they'd get their toughest test of the season Friday night as the Rich Rebels came to town. Dave Noriega made the trip to Duchesne.
We're Duchesne Eagles. You're watching Game Night Live. Yeah! Let's go, Eagles!
First drive and Rich's D goes big. Recovers Trent Roberts' fumble that they immediately turn into points. Junior running back Cash Saby would give Rich the 7-0 lead as he glides in from 13 yards out. Then Duchesne answers right back. Dylan Despain punches it in for the 1-yarder, but it's the missed extra point by Braxton Spencer that would play a role later in the game. Saby would add another 5-yard run in the second, and McKay Jarman's 6-yard pass to Caden Bartholome would give Rich the unexpected 19-7 lead at the half. Duchesne comes out a different team in the third. Check out this incredible hit by Trent Roberts on Dakota Clark. Oh, both kids pop right up. That is country strong. Leading 19-13, Rich has all the momentum, driving down the field on this great reverse sweep halfback pass from Jaden Valentine to Skylar Argyle. And Duchesne is in trouble. But then the play of the game. Jarman's pitch gets picked off by Braxton Spencer. He goes 66 yards on the pick six.
Perfect play call on. Took it all the way back, right out of the kid's hands.
That ties the game at 19. Remember that missed extra point? Now he's got to kick his own PAT for the win.
Coaches told me not to miss, so I didn't.
Duchesne gets the huge second half comeback win. Consecutive win streak is at 42. In Duchesne, I'm Dave Noriega for Game Night Live.
Wow, thanks, Dave. Duchesne just does not know how to lose.
You know you have a special season when something like that happens. All right, we have a lot more highlights, and you'll see them when we come back. All right, heading south now. Snow Canyon still trying to keep pace for a shot at the 3AA South title.
Yeah, the Warriors at home with Cedar. Cedar battling for that fourth and final playoff spot in the South region.
All right, here we go. Snow Canyon, Jacob Fry. Going up top to Zach Kennedy. 22-yarder, wide open. 7-0 Warriors. Second quarter, Cedar's Brock Oldroyd, though. After the pass, it was tied at 7, and then Snow Canyon comes back. And this thing would go back and forth, but Snow Canyon would end up winning this thing in a late score. They will win it 29-26. All right, Dixie trying to stay perfect in the 3AA South at home with Payson. Flyers Ammon Takao. Right on the money to Andy Apple, 11-yard touchdown. Now to the second, Lions Easton Smith. Avoids a sack, Carter Figgins. Great catch in the back of the end zone, but the Dixie offense would explode for 27 points in the second quarter. Takao to Lucas Hildebrandt. Ammon Takao, 20 of 26, 244 yards, 4 touchdowns. Flyers one step closer to a region title.
All right, back to 5A. Some Thursday night action. Davis taking on Northridge. Number 2 Darts in 5A. Northridge fumbles the punt. The ball squirts out.
Mess.
That is nasty out there. The ball squirts out. Evan Wilson picks it up and takes it to the house. The Darts are up 6-0. The Knights would come back, though. Ben Jackson at quarterback to Jace Colby. He takes us down to the 1. They scored on the next play to tie it at 6. Then Northridge would actually take the lead. Ben Jackson again. How does he throw that ball in the rain? Houston Lacey has it. It's a 36-yard touchdown. But the Darts would come right back and match that and more. Colton Chronister. Abel Porter, the basketball star.
I think he's a football star, too.
He's pretty good at football as well. 80 yards and the huge touchdown. They go on to score 2 more in the fourth quarter. The Darts remain perfect on the season. Box Elder at Skyview, the battle for second place in Region 5. Second quarter we go, and the play of the game. The ball snapped over the head of quarterback Braxton Godrich. He recovers, outruns the defenders, and completes a touchdown to a diving Logan Miller. And speaking of Miller, he had a ball game. 8 catches, 238 yards receiving, including this 58-yard score to put the Bobcats up by 18. Box Elder would score 13 in the fourth, but Skyview hangs on for a 28-23 victory.
East Clearfield. Preston Curtis for the Leopards after he holds on to the football. No problem. This guy is quick. 70 yards. Extra point no good. It was 6-0 East. Hula Tulatau heading to Wisconsin.
That's why.
56 yards. Gary Anderson, you're going to like that guy. 14-0 then. East wins big. 55-13 over Clearfield.
Ross Bear River Bears at Park City, both battling for the playoffs, and the Bears are going good. They've put up big points this season. Jardine Nesson, this is taking a while, buying himself all kinds of time, and hits Cole Frank for the first score of the game. What a play. Missed extra point, 6-0 Bear River as we play the fight song. Park City,
good though,
not going away. Ian Moritz steps up in the pocket. Perfect throw to Alec Wayne. Bears lead 14-13.5. Bear River was huge in the third, though. 28 points in that third quarter. Nelson DeFranc again. Once the Bears got going, they couldn't be stopped. 42 second half
Notre
points.
Dame stole our fight song, by the way.
For the victory.
Jeremiah, shall we take a look at this week's primetime performers? Had some big numbers, too.
Great list.
None bigger than this guy right here. You saw him earlier, Cameron Fowles. You witnessed this live on KSL.com as part of our Game Night Live coverage last night. 411 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns in last night's win over Juab. Fowles becomes only the 4th player in state history to have over 400 yards on the ground.
That's very impressive.
And we saw it.
Scott Nichols also impressive. He had a big night for Bingham in the Miners win over Jordan. 5 touchdowns. One was a 90-yard kickoff return. He rushed for 207 yards and had a grand total of 363 all-purpose yards.
And how about Pine View receiver Jack Bangeter, Jeremiah? You like this one. 17 catches for how many yards?
268.
And how many touchdowns?
4?
Yeah, Panthers need every bit of that, too. They get the big win over Hurricane, 34-31. Are you ready to go to break, Jeremiah?
I am.
Okay. We're going to break. Okay, week 8 of the high school football season, Jeremiah. Can you believe it? It's gone by fast.
Where did it go?
It's in the books, and man, it did not disappoint.
It did not. As always, some great plays this week that we have to show you more than once.
Have to.
The best of the week packed into 90 seconds of video. Are you ready? It's time for the Friday Night Highlights. Brought to you by Brent Brown Toyota.
I'm ready.
And that kick splits the upright.
Region 6 action between Kearns and Woods Cross. Not up at 7 in the second. Wildcats Tomasi Giles going to go in like a wrecking ball. Woods Cross takes a 14-7 lead. After a muff punt, Giles again. You just can't tackle this guy. He gets inside the 5 and punches it in. He had 3 touchdowns in the night, fourth quarter down. 28-7 Cougars. Colton Grossant finds Bailey Floyd. Turns down 28-14, but the Wildcats get the win.
All right, we're out of time. We'll see you tonight on Sports Beat at 10 o'clock. We've got a ton of college football, plus the Jazz across the building taking on the Clippers. See you back here at 10 for Sports Beat. Knuckles.